Namaste students, my name is JVS Dr. Neeraj Dholia, Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. So today we are going to discuss a session that is the principle of biogas production. This belongs to the subject by renewable energy and green technology. So let's start. So the most organic materials undergo a natural anaerobic digestion in the presence of moisture and absence of oxygen and produce the biogas. So basically, the biogas is produced um, anaerobically. So the biogas so obtained is a mixture of methane, that is around 55 to 65%, carbon dioxide 30 to 40%, and the biogas contains the traces of other gases like hydrogen, H2S, and nitrogen. So the calorific value of biogas ranges from 5,000 to 5,500 kilocalorie per kg. The biogas can be upgraded to synthetic natural gas by removing the carbon dioxide and H2S. The production of biogas is of particular significance in India because of its large-scale cattle production, and the biogas is used for cooking domestic lighting, heating, run IC engines, and generation of electricity for use in the agriculture and rural industry. So the family biogas plants or the small scale biogas plants usually having the 2, 2 to 3 meter cube capacity. There are many advantages of the biogas that the initial investment is very low for the construction of biogas plant. The technology is very suitable for rural areas, and the biogas is locally generated and can be easily distributed for domestic use. Biogas reduces the rural poor from dependence on the traditional fuel sources, so which lead to the deforestation. So the use of biogas in village helps in improving the sanitary condition and checks environmental pollution, because if you're using the biogas, it will not produce the harmful gases like the carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, etc. And they help in preventing the environmental pollution. So the byproduct like nitrogen-rich manure can be used with advantages. Okay, so the when you produce the biogas, the byproduct is the solid waste of the biogas process. So this waste is rich in the nitrogen, and you can use this manure as a manure. So biogas reduces the drudgery of women's and lowers the incidences of eye and lung diseases. Okay, because it do not produces the gas, so the females are very safe for the lung diseases and the eye problems. So the raw material for biogas production, what raw material you require? You can use the cow dung, sewage, crop residues, vegetable waste, water hyacinth, that is also known as the jalkumbhi, and poultry droppings, the pig manure, and the biogas production. Uh, you can produce using the agriculture and kitchen waste, etc. So the digestion of biological process that occurs in the absence of oxygen and in the presence of anaerobic organisms at temperature around 35, between 35 to 70 degrees Celsius, and the atmospheric pressure. The container in which this process takes place is known as the digester. Okay, so the anaerobic digestion, the treatment of any slurry or sludge containing a large amount of organic matter utilizing the bacteria and other organisms under the anaerobic condition is commonly referred as the anaerobic digestion, or the anaerobic digestion having the three principal stages, or you can say the three stages. First is the enzymatic hydrolysis, then second is the acid formation, and third is the methane formation. So this happens in the three stages. So first is the stage is the enzymatic hydrolysis. So what happens in this stage, that a group of microorganism, you can say the facultative and the facultative microorganisms act upon the organic matter and convert it into the insoluble, complex and high molecular compounds of biomasses into simple, soluble and low molecular components or compounds. So the organic substances such as the polysaccharides, the proteins, lipids are converted into the monosaccharides, peptides and amino acids and fatty acids respectively. So then they are further converted into the acetate, propane and butyrate. Okay, so the product of the after the first stage are the acetate, propionate and butyrate. So after the enzymatic hydrolysis, acid formation is there. So what is the acid formation? So the microorganism of facultative and anaerobic group, facultative and anaerobic group collectively called as the acid formers. So microbes which are used here are known as the acid formers. Hydrolyze the ferment and productions of first phase, that is water soluble substances into the volatile acid. So the major component of the volatile acid is the acetic acid. Okay, so what is the main acid here is the acetic acid. In addition to acetic acid, there are other things also produced like the hydrogen and carbon dioxide and some other acids like the butyric acid and the propionic acids also produced. But the main acid is the acetic acid. Now, after the production of the acetic acid, the third stage is the methane formation. So finally, acetate or hydrogen and carbon dioxides are converted into gas mixtures of the methane and carbon dioxide by the bacteria which are strictly anaerobes. Okay, so here the bacteria is strictly anaerobes. These bacteria are called as the methane fermenters. What? Methane fermenters. So for efficient digestion, these acid formers and methane fermenters must remain in a state of dynamic equilibrium. The remaining indigestible matter is referred as the slurry. So what is slurry? The remaining indigestible matter. So there are some approximate rules which should be followed in the biogas plants for the estimating and their performance. Okay, so what are the rules? So 1 kg of dry kettle dung, 1 kg of dry kettle dung produces approximately 1 meter cube of biogas. Then second is the 1 kg of fresh kettle dung contains 8% dry biodegradable mass. Okay, so next is the 1 kg of fresh kettle dung has a volume of about 0.9 liter. 1 kg of fresh kettle dung requires an equal volume of water for the preparing slurry. So if you want to prepare the slurry, you have to mix the equal amount of water. What is the amount of kettle dung? So next is the typical retention time of slurry in the biogas plant is around 40 days. Okay, so the efficacy of biogas generation depends upon some factors. What are the factors? Uh, the acid formers and methane fermenters must remain in a state of dynamic equilibrium, which can be achieved by proper design of digester. Okay, so design should be perfect. Next, the anaerobic fermenters of raw cow dung can take place at any temperature between 8 and 55 degrees Celsius. The value of 35 degrees Celsius is taken as optimum, but you can use between 8 to 55 degrees Celsius. The rate of biogas formation is very slow at 8 degrees Celsius. For anaerobic digestion, temperature variation should not be more than 2 to 3 degrees Celsius. Methane bacteria work best in the temperature ranges from 35 to 38 degrees Celsius. Okay, so next is the pH value between 6.8 to 7.8 must be maintained for best fermentation and normal gas production. The pH above than 8.5 should not be used as it is difficult for bacteria to survive above the 8.5 pH. And a specific ratio of carbon to nitrogen ratio, carbon to nitrogen must be maintained between 25:1. Okay, if 25 part of carbon is there, then one part of nitrogen should be there. And depending upon the raw material, it may vary slightly, but not very much. So the ratio of 30:1 is taken as optimal. Okay, so you can use between 25:1 to 30:1. You can use the ratio between this. The water content should be around 90% of the weight of the total contents. The anaerobic fermentation of cow dung proceeds well if the slurry contains 8 to 9% solid organic matter. The slurry should be agitated to improve the gas yield. Okay, so in one day around two times, in the morning and in the evening, you have to mix this slurry so that it, the clumps will not be there and the proper gas yield will be there. So loading rate should be optimum. If digester is loading with too much raw material, acid will accumulate and fermentation will be affected. Okay, so these are the some of the key points which should be in mind while producing the biogas. Their design should be there, and the factors will be there. The ratio will be perfect, and that was about the uh, main principle of the production of the biogas. So hope you are satisfied with this demonstration. Okay, if you have any query, please write in the comment box. I will resolve that. And this session is powered by Digital Version 2, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's Institute, Jaipur. Thank you.